Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Code for Tech Solutions. Today in this video we are going to cover a new topic. We are going to see how we can create a Python tutorial for beginners with VS Code. So before we go ahead with this tutorial, so if you are new to Python or beginner to Python language, then I will request you to first understand what is a Python, introduction to Python, and next you can set up do the installation of Python on your system. So for that, like, I will request you to go through my first video. It's an introduction. It will cover everything from scratch, like what is Python, introduction to Python, and where to use. So once you are done with this, you will get a clear cut idea what is the Python and introduction of it. Next thing, like, you need to install Python on your Windows system. If you are using Windows, you can install on Windows, or if you are using any other operating system like Mac OS, you can go with that installation part. So the point is, like, you need to install the Python on your system first, and if you are using the Windows operating system, you can go through my this video, like it will cover how to install Python on Windows 11. So these two videos you can go through that step by step so that you can start learning Python from scratch. Okay, now let us come to our today's video, which is like we are going to create a Python tutorial with VS Code. Now we can start with creating our project folder. Before we do that, let me show you how we can install the Python in just few seconds. I will tell you, or in a couple of minutes I will tell you. Like, here you can search for the Python, and here you can click on this first link which appears, and here you can see we have download option, and based on your operating system, whether you are using Windows or Mac, so you can go for the respective option. Like, if you select the Windows, you will see the Python option for download for Windows. You can click on this and you can install. Even you can scroll down, and here you can see this is the download option, and it is showing the latest version of Python as of now. So you can, once you click on this, it will download the setup, and once the setup download is complete, you can double click on that. It will start the installer, launch the installer, and you can complete the installation process. So with that, like, your installation part will get done. So if you want to know the step by step process of the installation, you can follow this video. Fine, seems good. Now let us come to our today's point, like how we can create. First of all, we can start with creating a new project. Like, here, let's say we can name our project sample project. You can give any name you want. Now we can double click to this. Now here we can open it in command prompt. To open it in command prompt, the shortcut, you can type cmd. It will open that folder in command prompt. Okay, fine. Now we want to open this project in VS Code instance, or Visual Studio Code editor. Now what we can do, we can type code space dot, so, and enter. With this, it will open your project folder in VS Code instance. Okay, so you can see it has opened the VS Code editor, and this is the folder, project folder we have just created. Now next thing what we can do, we can click on this terminal, and here you can see new terminal option is there. Now here it will show the project folder path, where the current project folder. So this is, it is showing now. So similar way, if you want to create one more terminal, you can click on this plus button. It will create a new terminal for us. Okay, fine. Now till now it is clear. Now what next we can do? Next we need to install the Python extensions. Okay, because this is the VS Code, and in order to know the VS Code, how to execute all the Python related scripts and all, and to make VS Code aware of the commands and all, we need to use install the like extensions or the plugins. So we can say extensions. This first extension for Python, this is the extension Python. Okay, so you can click on this one, and here you can see we have various details of this extension. We have descriptive details of this extension. Python language supports extensions, access point for IntelliSense, debugging, linting, formatting, refactoring, unit test, and more. Okay, So now I have already installed it, so that it is showing the uninstall. So initially it will show the install button, you can click on it and install for you. Okay, fine. With the installation of this, it will install the Python debugger as well, and there is a pylons. So this will get installed as well. Okay, which is for this one. Fine. So now we have, once you install the Python extensions, so next thing what we can do, like we need to add our Python interpreter. So we can use the Control Shift P option, and you can see here it will show the Python select interpreter option. Now you need to know what is the interpreter for Python. So it is a runtime to execute Python script and libraries. So whatever scripts we write in Python, to execute that we need an interpreter, and this is the Python interpreter we need. Okay, so we can select the first option, and if you are not showing this option, you can type Python :select, and it will show the particular respective Python interpreter option. Now it will show the Python version which is installed on our system. Now I have installed the latest version, which is 3.13.0, and it is recommended, it is showing. We can select this. Now what we have done till now, we have simply added the extension. Next we have added the Python interpreter. Okay, now next thing, like what we can do, we can come out of this extension. You need to click on this one to go to extension, and click on the same button to come out of the extension. Now next thing what we can do, we can create one simple Python file. Now here you can click on this explorer. Now you can see here there is a new file option, new folder option. You can click on this new file, and this is the simplest way we can create new file. Let's say we can give some name, like let's say demo.py. Now here you can type the file name along with the extension. That is the like best way to create the file. Or you can go with this one, like you can choose file, new file, and you need to give the file name, and then you need to select the Python file, and finally it will create the Python file for you. So this is the shortcut way. You can click on new file and give the file name along with the extension. Okay, now this is the Python file we have just created. You can see the Python logo as well, it is showing. Seems good. Now what next we can do, we need to write some code here. Okay, because we want to execute some code, so we can write some code like welcome to Python, and we can say the word of opportunities, and we need to complete the double quote. Okay, fine. Now next thing, we need to save it. Okay, you can make sure you have saved it. Now you can see, in order to run this file, what we can see at the right side of the corner, you can see this run option is there. You can click on this one, and here you can see run file Python option is there. We can click on this. Okay, it has opened one new terminal for us. Now let us see. Okay, so now you can see it has run our file, and here is the output what we have written. Fine, seems good. Now similar way, if you want to run from here, like here is the option, you can right click to the file directly, and here you can see run Python file in terminal. This is the another option we can choose, and it will run the output. It will show the output. Fine. Now here, if you want to show what version we are using, here is option, like you can use on Windows like py-3, and here we can choose what is the version it will show. Seems good. This is the current version of ours, like Python 3.13.0 it is showing. Now here, if you simply type py, it will open a new terminal. Like these are the three arrows you can see, and here this is nothing but our REPL terminal. So what it is, like it is for R for read, E for evaluate, P for print, and L for loop. So if you want to check here, you can choose Ctrl Shift P, you can select, and here you can type it's a REPL. So you can see here is a Python start terminal REPL. Okay, so with this terminal we can directly add anything like 2 plus 3, it will show the output, or if we can assign some name, like name is equal to, let's say, Peter, and if you want to print the name, it will show the Peter. Okay, so this is the REPL terminal we can make use of. But the actually recommended way, like in a file we may have a number of statements and we need to give commands to the interpreter to execute. So for that, like let us add some few more lines and check how we can execute it. So let me define one function for adding the numbers, like here add numbers, and here we can pass two variables which we want to add, and we need to pass colon, and here we can say return a plus b. Okay, so definition of the function name, and here we have passed a and b which we want to make a addition of, and here we are returning a plus. Now this function, next thing what we can do, like we can define some variable for collecting the result, and here we can calling the function which is add number. Okay, and here for add numbers we need to pass at least two inputs, like to do addition of. Okay, fine. Now here we can print our result. Here we can add like the result is, and here if we want to print the result we can use the dollar sign, and inside bracket we can print result. Okay, fine, that's it. Here you need to make sure you have completed the double quote it here before the bracket, and you can save this file. Now to run this file, like what we can use, like let me open one new terminal. Okay, here we can type, first we need to make sure we have saved the file. Next thing we can type py and option 3, and here we can name give the file name as an next thing which we want to execute by this Python. Okay, so here we can see it has executed the file successfully, and it is showing all the output, like this is the first message it has print, and it had may add the add numbers function it has called, and it is for 3 plus 7 which is showing 10 successfully, and yes, it has printed like this message it has printed. So with this, like we have done various options, we can run our file using Python. Now next thing, like how we can cover the next thing, like we can cover how we can add packages to the Python. Like let's say there is a, in every language, like we can see there are the package manager. So what are packages are not installed at the time of installation of package. If you want to add a particular package in a Python, how we can add that? So okay, so now we can see there is a command like pip install. Like let's say if you want to add the discard package, so what is this pip? Like pip is a package manager for Python packages or modules which we want to install. Okay, so basically in some cases with Python pip, with this package manager we can this can be used to install packages that do not come with Python. Okay, initially. So here with this command we can install any package, like this is the discard we want to install, and we can click on this one. and here it is showing to select the interpreter. We can select this interpreter, and here you can see it has successfully installed the package discard. It is installing, it is in progress still. Now, so for this, like what it has done, you can see it has created the environment, like this is the virtual environment. So what is this virtual environment, like so it will, like once we activate this virtual environment, that environment, any packages then we install with this environment are isolated from other environment. Okay, so it has created. So if it has not created automatically, what you can do, you can write Control Shift P, and here you can see select like Python, and here you can see create environment option. You can see you need to use this so that it will install, create this environment folder. Inside that you can see we have various options like lib and all. Now once we install this discard, you can go to the lib folder and check if the discard is installed. You can see this discard option or package is installed successfully. So with this, we are done with all the things and points which are necessary to start with Python initially, and we have covered the various options how we can run the Python, as well as we have how we can add the interpreter, how to create a Python file and run it with various options. Along with that, also finally we have covered how we can install any package if we want to install with to the our project. Okay, to our current project. So I will request you, I hope you must have enjoyed this. I will request you to please like and subscribe the same. Thank you so much for watching this.